guys, and welcome back to another video. So I was hoping to have one out like mid last week, but I was just busy as and I only got like a couple of time lapses done. It was just a weird week for filming and stuff. But I'll show you where we got up to. We've made mega progress over the weekend. It's now Monday morning. It's about 8 o'clock. So Liam, the plasterer, started on Saturday. He was here yesterday on Sunday as well. And on Saturday, Liam the plumber came and we hooked into it as well. So I'll start with the kitchen, show you where we're up to. As you can see, the old boiler's gone. So I do just need to point in some brickwork in this vent on the outside, get all that blocked off. There was an old vent there which I've also blocked off. It definitely looks a lot better in here with this old boiler moved out. Makes it look way bigger. So we've got new pipework run to go to where the new boiler is. Just a hot and a cold feed. So the cold feed that comes in for the house comes through under this kitchen floor to here and then up into the boiler. So this is all pretty much just, as soon as I concrete this, get the walls prepped and plastered, we can start fitting the kitchen. I do have a guy coming today to give us a price on replacing that pane of glass where that extraction fan is, because we're running a carbon filtered range hood, so that classifies as the ventilation. There's a couple of bits I need to do, like move this drain. Just need to move it to where the dishwasher and washing machine will be, but that's not major. Other than that, it's pretty good in here. I think that's all the progress we've made. It was just a heap of cleaning up in here yesterday, really. Pointed in a few where there was a couple of loose bricks and stuff up the side of the window. A bit of pointing in there. On this wall here, some of the mortar is quite soft and crumbly, so I'll probably scratch a heap of that out and repoint some of this wall as well, just for my own peace of mind. So I'll grab the camera off the tripod now and I'll show you guys the progress the rest of the way. It's mostly in the bedroom upstairs, so check it out. So here's that main water feed line. So I will trench that in a bit. You can see where the old one was. I will trench that in a bit deeper before we concrete. And then it joins up to the old pipe, goes out to the front of the house. And then we're just running the water lines under there to the boiler. And we will be putting a radiator behind this door here too. So I just need to drill through today so that we can take the radiator fittings that were there and move them through this wall so we can have a radiator in the kitchen. And I also found this damaged drain. So there was a couple of suspicious looking bits of concrete, like that wall blocker there was just resting over like a hole in the concrete. So I thought, oh, I'll have a look and just move some bits around, and that's what they were covering. So that's not ideal, but we'll just get that dug up this week. In here is all pretty standard really. We did a heap of paint stripping in here, so we got the dado rail paint stripped just to get that ugly brown off. This next layer of paint down isn't actually too bad, it's quite flat. So we're just going to sand that back, get it ready for paint once we get in here plastered. And if we head upstairs, here we have where the plasterer has been keeping busy. So the ceiling and these two walls are done already. So he's coming back this morning, doing this wall and this wall. And then after that, he's hoping to make a start just dot dabbing these bits in the bottom and then start bonding and prepping in here. We've also lined the ceiling in the hallway, so I don't think that was done in the last video. We lined all that. And then here in the main room, there was a bit that was a real questionable next to the door. So I sort of left it on there and just to check with Liam the plasterer what he thought about it, and he said it'd be a lot less risk of it cracking again if we just pull that whole section out all the way there and just relined it. It's a little bit more work now, but it will save it in the long run, just to make sure it actually looks decent for a long amount of time. And in here is pretty much plaster ready. But there's another plasterer coming, I think, next week. just to give him a hand, because this is a real big ceiling. So I think they're gonna have 2 of them in there spreading for that. The bathroom we have ordered, actually. I don't think I've mentioned that. So we have actually ordered the bath and everything. So we bought, like, it's called a space saver bath. So we've ordered that, a vanity and a toilet. So we're hoping that is here. When was that? I think it's this Friday it gets delivered, so that I can spend next week getting that at least mocked up in there, ready for plastering. I might even, it does show like technical drawings of the bath and stuff on their website, so I might make a start on the framework before that. I just don't want to do a framework and then it doesn't fit. I'd rather might just wait until Friday. But that's about it for a catch up. So I'm just gonna have a bit of a clean up so we can start the week nice and fresh and clean in here. Especially for what I'm doing downstairs. I've made more mess than the plasterer somehow. And Liam's doing a mean job on that bedroom too. Like, that bedroom was the one that we were like, oh, that's like the worst. Walls were all over the place and everything, and he's got it looking real good, like it's gonna look mean with some paint on it. So we're stoked on that. So I'm just gonna have a big cleanup and then we'll hook into some videos and time lapses once we start getting some work done.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Alrighty guys, so I've been busy in here, just did a heap of pointing in and over here. Just real loose stuff, but got this drain sorted. There you go. So I just did an adapter to the clay to PVC, and it actually ended up being pretty straightforward. There was quite a clean hole and the rest of the pipe wasn't cracked, so literally cut that off nice and flush and then just hooked it up and ended up putting a new 3-meter piece up to the next joint as well. So I'll just have to tee in the drains out of there, but I'll put some nice new pipes out of the bathroom as well. Alrighty guys, so fast forwarded to this evening. It's Monday night now. So just had Liam the plumber here down, and he ran all the pipes. I just gave him a hand. So removed the heater lines, ready for that radiator. Moved the gas line through to there for the boiler. So that's all good to go. And then also got the condensation drain line tucked in the wall. So it's a bit dark out there, you can't really see much, but more progress, everything's starting to take shape. He is gonna come back later in the week, and we've got hot and cold to run through the floorboards upstairs, and they're gonna come down above the boiler. And that's gonna be the hot feed out. So the 2 out the bottom will be the feed and return for the radiator, and then the hot water, cold water in, hot water out in the top. It's another thing ticked off the list. So today was actually super productive. It's quite late now, I think it's like just after 7 p.m. Yeah, 7:15. So I was gonna do a bit more plasterboarding and stuff, but I think I'll call it for tonight. Don't want to piss the neighbours off too much because we were making quite a lot of noise then, drilling holes in the walls and stuff like that. But nevertheless, super stoked with the progress. Gonna leave it for here for this video, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.